Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Dave.
And I'm Gretchen.
And we're coming to you live from the Game Trade Media Studios in Timonium, Maryland. Today, what are we going to be painting today?
Today, we're going to be painting figures from Zombicide. I have Leah, the teenager, which doesn't have a picture on the cover. It's on the side.
Yeah,
Leah, the teenager. She is headstrong and resourceful. She was one of the rare teenagers who hung out with the popular kids and made honor roll.
Both.
Yeah, both. Because
Nice.
her little
Popular kids are dumb.
Her little
Smart kids aren't
catchphrase,
popular, yep.
is I don't need protection. You though need to learn a thing or two about women. So
Right.
spicy
Nice.
girl.
Nice, fantastic. And I'm going to be painting Adriana the shop girl. And her little line here is, "No one steals my job, my dreams, and my future without paying. The body count will skyrocket tonight."
Someone's really, really. You know what?
She
I
is.
bet she gets Employee of the Month.
I expect she does. She's worked all her life just to get a chance. And blessed with potential, but very little else. She worked for days as a shop girl and nights rehearsing and performing with the chorus or dreaming of fame.
Oh.
And then zombies came out of nowhere on a busy Saturday, and her dreams were shattered.
Man, with Leah, she has had her fiery temper not caused so much mischief among teachers and classmates alike. She could have reached the very top of what we don't know, but she could have reached it.
Yep.
Society and its dumb rules didn't fit with her taste, and that kept her from having it all. The zombies changed all that.
It seems like nothing is untouched by a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Really is.
It's really hard to be a popular kid whenever there's zombies happening. That's just
when it's you
toughie.
and the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to compete.
It is. Anyway, so we're going to be painting these models. We've got a survivor version and a zombified version.
We do. We
of
have so
our
many
characters.
people already commenting.
Excellent.
Man, hi guys.
Hey, everybody.
People's favorites. Ooh. I want to.
Excellent.
Who's people's favorite characters?
From Zombicide?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Let us know.
Tell us.
So we're going to be using some of the paints from the Army Painter Zombie Core paint set, which we've got here.
You can do it. I
This
believe
is
in
the one
your arms.
that's already empty of paints. So I'm going to move that one aside. On Tuesday, we gave away one of the core paint sets. We're going to do the same thing today. So in today's show, if you could share this stream in your painting groups on Facebook, that would be wonderful. And once you shared it, use the hashtag. What hashtag should we use?
Ooh. Hashtag. I'm trying to think of something zombie-y.
Or if we go with something from Leah, popular honor roll.
Ooh, we could do that. We could do that.
What's it going to be? What's it going to be?
I just keep thinking Thriller lyrics in my brain. Hashtag Thriller.
Hashtag Thriller. Okay,
right.
so hashtag Thriller in the comments after you have shared, and you could win yourself one of these. This is one that's completely full. You can hear it rattling around.
No.
There we go. So yeah, let's jump into today's painting. It's getting closer. Halloween.
It is getting closer. So we were talking earlier, you have some Halloween new traditions, I guess?
Yeah, for sure. Because growing up in Australia, Halloween is only a thing that you see on TV or the movies and that sort of thing.
It's a little, I mean, I guess you have
It is what it is. Yeah.
killer bird season.
This is true. You have magpie season. You have. There's already so many things that can kill you that you don't have to like.
I was explaining what
Halloween
cassowaries were
to
to my friend. Yeah, well,
Nice.
my boyfriend, he's in the military, and one of his friends is stationed down in Australia, and apparently opened their door one day because they heard a knocking at the door, and they go and they open the door, and there's a cassowary.
All right. Wow.
As they back up, and the cassowary comes into the house, and at that point, it's the cassowary's house.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
They just left. But yeah, Halloween. Yeah, new
Awesome.
traditions.
Yep.
Yeah.
So new traditions. Yes, I've been here for a while now, so we've had time to build some up. But yeah, I was saying that in my neighborhood, Halloween trick or treating usually starts about 4:30 in the afternoon. And we typically run out of like 4 or 5 bags of candy by the time we get to about 7 o'clock.
Oh, that's good.
7:30. And the trick-or-treating in our neighborhood can continue until about 9:30. So we usually turn off the lights and put up a little sign saying, sorry, no candy. And we jet off to, we hightail it to like sushi.
I like that. That's
nice.
a good one. I grew up with, we'd usually have like a little band of kids going around trick-or-treating, and then afterwards we would all hang out at someone's house, watch scary movies, and then swap candy. So we'd trade, and it was like this big circle of kids being like, well, you know, I'll give you 2 Reese's for like your gummy worms or things like that, because you had the high items, high roller items that you'd want to trade out for.
Yep.
But in my parents' neighborhood, one thing that always like sticks out to me that I didn't really think much of until I got older is on Halloween night, after all the kids are done trick-or-treating, one of the neighbors, we don't know which one, but one of the neighbors, once pretty much all the kids except for maybe a rogue teenager are gone off the streets, dresses up like Michael Myers from the scary movies,
Wow.
and just walks, casually meanders, silently with a knife through the streets, and just slowly wanders, terrifying anyone who might casually look out the window.
That's fantastic.
They don't talk, they don't speak, they don't acknowledge, they just... And that's my tradition. Better than Santa, Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, for
Michael
sure.
Myers, wandering the streets.
That's fantastic.
Is it true that spiders in Australia have HP bars? That's from Simon Pitts.
If only. If only. You can never tell like how strong they are.
You know, I am not scared of many things that could kill me, but spiders...
Yep.
Spiders. I don't like spiders.
One of my when I worked in Sydney, one of my colleagues there was sort of cleaning up out the back of our sort of workspace, and got bitten by a spider that he wasn't completely sure. He thought it was a redback spider,
Okay.
which is one of the most deadly
Yeah.
spiders. He wasn't sure of it because when he like hit it, and sort of squashed it. It was tough to tell. But so he was just sitting there, we were all like, you should go to the hospital. You should go and get that checked out. He's like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let's take you to the hospital. And he's like, no, it'll be fine. And about 20 minutes later, he goes, so about that ride to the hospital.
That's awful.
So we took him to the hospital. Yep. That had been a redback spider, but he got the antivenom and was all good. He
Yeah.
survived.
We only have, fun fact, there's only 2 spiders in the United States that can kill you with their venom, and
Right.
both of them live in Maryland.
All right. Awesome.
The black widow and the brown recluse.
I picked the right
Yeah.
place to come to.
Just like home, just like
Yeah,
Australia.
it is.
Um,
In Australia, the equivalent of the brown recluse is the white-tail spider.
but I started off as a wildlife major, and we had a whole section on things that will kill you in like America, and how to deal with them. And black widows were always like super shy, and then brown recluses, those were the one he was like, yeah, those are aggressive. They will come towards you. They will like just
Yep.
fun, spooky facts today, guys.
Well, I guess they're almost like the zombies of the spider world, because what's their venom?
It like melts
Like,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
eats your flesh.
It
Flesh-eating venom.
also fun facts, guys.
But yeah, if you're not an arachnophobe, stay watching.
I am an arachnophobe. I just have random knowledge. Know
Excellent.
your enemy.
Yep,
Is
exactly.
really how
That's the
that
important
goes.
thing.
Yeah.
But what traditions, what Halloween traditions do folks in the chat
Yeah.
have?
What are your Halloween traditions? What are your favorite Halloween things?
We'll be looking over this way when we're talking about the chat.
Because I am in charge of the chat today. It's right here in this little corner that you can't see. Spiders have paws. What more do you need? I try really hard to believe that they can possibly be cute. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a snake person. Like, I'd rather, snakes are better. Not to everyone.
Yes. And again, types of snakes, that's the important thing. But yeah.
True.
That's,
No one has any Halloween traditions?
I'm sure they do. But yeah, last year was the first year that my daughters did the candy swap sort of thing. Yeah.
That's a tried and true tradition. You do that while you're watching scary movies that you probably shouldn't be watching if you want to go to sleep. And then you end the night with a Disney film.
Right.
So that you don't have nightmares. You have nightmares anyway. But,
Or, yeah,
you know, that's mom and dad's problem. That's not you.
Exactly. That's why I have to try and stop that particular one. But
You know what I want to know? Other than, I don't have any Halloween traditions, and sadly my daughter thinks she's too old for that stuff. At 12? At 12? Ooh, leave the city of Chicago, Kathy Wappel, and go to our friend's house in the suburbs where it's quiet. We watch Halloween-themed movies with them and their kids and eat candy.
excellent. Hey, Kathy, how's it going? Cool. Kathy's an awesome painter.
Ooh.
And her husband as well, Jim. Great painters.
You know what else I'd want to know? Like,
What?
we're painting people who are surviving the zombie apocalypse here.
Yep.
What would be your weapon of choice in the
Oh,
zombie
good call,
apocalypse?
good call.
Yeah. Chat friends, what's your weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse? Dave, what's your...
I think I'd have to go, honestly, I'd have to go for the katana.
The katana?
Yeah.
Do you know how to use a katana?
I did about 3 years of kendo.
Ooh, so you'd be able to kind of like wield it a little bit.
I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm an expert at all, probably far from it, but yeah, I think
you cut with the pointy bit. You stab with the pointy bit. That's right. You stab with the pointy bit. You cut with the slicey bit. There you go.
And you hold the bit that isn't pointy or slicey. Yeah, exactly.
See, you're a pro already.
There we go. Sorted.
I too would stick with the realm of swords. I fight with long swords outside of here. I do historic European martial arts, and I compete occasionally. And so yeah, I would go with a long sword though.
Okay.
That's what I'm comfortable and used to, and you don't have to reload swords.
Yeah. Yep. This is true. And I think that regardless of your sort of reliance on ranged weapons, sort of at some point you're going to run out of ammunition.
Yeah.
It's going to become very scarce.
So I'd feel very comfortable with that. I'd be like, all right.
So I think for me, because I haven't practiced with it at all, like a long sword would end up getting very weighty for me. You know what I mean? Because
they're about 3 pounds. 3 pounds is actually really heavy for a two-handed longsword.
okay, right, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not
that
that
case.
bad. Yeah, you could. I believe in you.
Could be right. Thanks.
I believe in you. You're good.
Cool. That's good. I suppose you get.
I fight with longswords. Okay, Gretch, time to go. Mini painting student. What does that mean? Are we gonna throw down? Do you two fight with longswords? Listen.
Awesome. Come down to Timonium and we'll have we'll clear the studio.
Duel at sunrise.
A duel. Sunrise. That seems a bit too early. How about sunset?
Ooh.
I'll be awake at sunset.
That's not dramatic enough. Gotta throw down a.
Okay,
Brave
fair
of you.
enough.
Carl says, "Brave of you to assume I'd be a survivor and not the first to turn." We try to keep it positive, Carl.
Yep.
I always thought a nail gun would work well, useful in many ways. I feel like a nail gun would be a good weapon of convenience for that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think the tough part is, so nail guns are firing using compressed air.
Yeah.
So you got to have, generally the compressors are going to be running off electricity. And so maybe in the first hour, 2 hours, depends on how quickly society collapses. I suspect it could be quite quick.
My youngest daughter has a 6-foot cutout of both Freddie and Jason in her living room. Great reactions from the maintenance guys. The oldest daughter has a bookcase in the living room with all the serial killer bobbleheads and softies under the Bruce Campbell chainsaws. We have a big Halloween theme in our lives year round. That's the way to do it. That's KL Swift. I love it.
Hey, Kat, how's it going?
Yes. I'm about that.
Excellent.
I agree with that. That's a good one. Leona is supposed to rap battle me still. Leona, get on that.
When's that going to happen?
A bike pump, a tank, and a nail gun ready to go.
Okay.
I like it.
Somebody just hold somebody's back. They're gonna fill this
That sucks to
compressor.
be your job. Like imagine being like in the middle of the zombie apocalypse, and at first you're like going hard with the nail gun, and you're protecting your buddies, and then you run out of the air, so you just turn to your buddy, and you're like, get ready to pump.
Yep. Yeah. See, that's once the electricity goes, it's all trouble. That'll be bad.
Well, I think it depends on your squad, right? Speaking of having like a buddy there to help you, like there's the zombie apocalypse squad. Like you know who you can trust, who you'd like want with you. Like I'd want my little brother.
Okay.
My little brother is en route to go to the Olympics for archery.
Oh wow.
Right?
Cool.
So I'm like, if I got my little brother and I got a sword and he has his bow and arrow, we got long range and short range figured out. Got this. We are set.
Excellent.
But then I can think of a few people in the squad that I'd be like,
Maybe not.
maybe you should sit over there and just be ready.
I get the feeling that no matter how many sort of best apocalypse squads that people are going to come up with, that's never going to be to your liking, sort of thing. It's never going to be perfect. There's
always have the moon in the squad.
There's always going to be somebody. Always going to be somebody.
One
No,
of your-
don't open the door.
Gosh darn it, you opened the door, why? One in Chiro says, I have a cardboard cutout of the 6-foot-tall 3rd edition Black Templar Marine in my studio.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Big Space Marine, yeah.
Mini Panic Studio says, okay, who would have what role from Game Trade Media if the zombie apocalypse happened right now?
Oh.
Right now, go. What are we doing?
Like who's going to be what?
Who's going to be what?
Who's going to be the leader?
Who's going to be the leader? Oh, man.
Leona.
Rick's gone. Leona, it's up to you.
You ready for that, Leona? Yep. Okay, Leona's got that responsibility.
All right. Good. We have a leader. All right. I'm much more of the. I am the. I don't want to be the leader, but I was always the kid in school where if the leader sucked, like on group projects, I would usurp the throne. Like I'd be like, all right, we're not getting a bad grade because of you. So I don't know. I might be a little bit of the.
So how quickly do you think it'd work out that Leona was being sort of...
As soon as I grabbed a sword from the back room, Leona would just be like, all right.
You know how I said yes? I actually meant Gretchen.
And I would sit there the whole time be like, oh no.
Oh. Okay, so what would my role be?
I'd Aragorn it very quickly.
Yeah, you would. Nice.
Your role.
What do I do?
Do you have any medic skills?
I don't.
Oh, okay then. Well, you're not that.
I'm not the medic.
Leona, how's your medic skills?
So.
Well,
What medic? You're the do you carry Band-Aids?
Sometimes.
All right.
Well, if Rick was here, he'd be the medic.
Well, yes, but Rick's in New York. We'd have to go get our medic. That's a whole side quest.
No, if it was here, like I'm just saying, it's gonna like the apocalypse isn't gonna happen today, is it?
It was if it happened right now.
Oh, if it happened right now,
That's
okay.
the question.
All right,
Yes.
my bad.
That's a side
I'm
quest.
obviously not the reader of the group. That's somebody else. But
So you're not our navigator.
oh, I could be the navigator.
Can you navigate real well?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Totally. Yeah, I can navigate. Scrounge.
Oh, can you cook?
Cook. Yep.
Yeah. Can you identify things?
So I'm like the support role. Is that what you're saying?
What are your skills? Can you keep us alive in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I could scrounge and cook and navigate.
James Smith says Dave paints the warning signs.
Yes.
Yes. You can also paint our help signs, like our
Yep.
survivors here.
Yep.
Could
I
paint
can
them very fancy.
shade them beautifully.
Yeah, camo.
Awesome,
You
spectacular
can,
fonts.
If
I
we
can do-
needed,
yep.
if we needed to blend in.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we need to look like things that weren't meat.
Dave would probably be best under base construction and planning, as mini painting studio.
All right.
Let's see. And John Dickerman says Dave will be the first to turn if he keeps licking his brush like that.
Thanks, John.
Oh.
There we go. John's my buddy out in California.
Oh, I love Cali.
Yeah.
I love visiting Cali.
Excellent. Okay, so I get support roles.
Yeah.
What about Johnny? What would we get Johnny to do?
I feel like Johnny's the common sense.
He's the tech guy.
Yeah,
The
he's
tech
also
guy.
the tech guy. But he's the tech guy with the sarcastic comebacks.
Right. Yeah, this
Like
is
you
true.
always have that one.
Yep. Okay. So he's our comic relief.
He's our straight man to everyone
Alright.
else's shenanigans.
Oh, okay.
Dealing with the tech and calling us out on nonsense.
That's true. Johnny would totally call us out on nonsense.
That's a horrible plan. It's the only plan we have.
Yep.
See?
That'd be perfect. Let's see. A horrible plan, Johnny? Will you come up with something better? I didn't say it was that horrible. It's only like mostly horrible.
There would be, if I was the leader of anything, there'd be a lot of, but did you die?
Right. Then shut up.
It's working so far.
Yep.
Also, I'd have to save my cat, so I don't know how leadery you'd all want me to be.
You're saying that's another side quest?
That's another side quest. I gotta go save my cat. Do animals turn in this apocalyptic scenario? Because I might be out as the leader. If that's the case.
I hope they don't.
No, I
Just
don't.
hold.
That makes everything so much more difficult to survive when animals turn.
It does. It does.
Johnny is like the mad electrician. Leona is the negotiator with other survivor groups. Dave is support. Rick is the intimidating face of the group. And G-Dog is the actual enforcer with her longsword, obviously.
Is that Natasha?
No, that's Mini Painting Studios.
Excellent.
Again, I like how I'm now G-Dog.
Yep. That's what made me think it was, it was Natasha.
That sounds so much more intimidating. Like, ooh, we're gonna get G-Dog,
Yep.
and everyone's like, oh shoot, G-Dog, not G-Dog, and then they're like, G-Dog, get out here, and I'm 5'3" for those of you who don't know. So I would just be like, doo-doo-doo.
Gretchen's actually sitting on a phone book right now.
Only when I'm next to Rick.
I keep moving my hands around. I'm sorry.
Chris Cox,
Yeah.
but did you die? Keeps coming up today. Also, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon. Craig says, sup, guys. After months of surviving, Kurt shows up.
Kurt shows up. Is Kurt there? I don't believe it. Kurt's dead. Or in Ohio. Same thing.
We've got to go save Kurt. He's dead. I thought he was in Ohio. Yeah, he's dead.
Same thing.
He's
Yeah.
dead. He's dead.
You'd have to make your way here, Kurt.
Oh, no.
You could do it.
For the record, Wolverine was 5'3". That makes me feel so much better about everything in life. You know who else is 5'3" other than Wolverine? Kim Kardashian. So
What?
fun fact, whenever you look at Wolverine now, I just ruined that.
How about Napoleon? Napoleon, 5'3"?
I'm actually in the works to start up on my
5'5".
own mini painting business. Craig Starnes says that. That's cool.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
I'm trying to master basic techniques. That's not quite working quite as well on this today.
You're getting there. You're getting there. How's it coming along?
Trying to work on skin. The paint went on a little bit thick, so there's some
okay.
textural issues that I'm trying to smooth out over.
Right.
We'll see how that goes. I wasn't
That'll work out, I'm
wasn't
sure.
expecting. I
That's
think
cool.
if I would have thinned everything out with either licking or what?
Telling you. That's where it's at.
Wow, Wolverine will never seem as thick again. Oh. I don't keep up with the Kardashians either, guys. I just happen to know that fun fact. And now it haunts my dreams. So I shared with all of you so that I won't suffer alone.
Thanks. Thanks. So
It's
who
like
is
a
who is Kim Kardashian?
A person
Okay.
who shares the height as me. Famous
That's
for...
how we connect to people, by height now?
Yeah. You weren't aware?
Nope. Okay, who else is 5'9" and 3/4"? That's me, that's my height.
Is that you?
Yep.
I'm the tallest woman in my family.
Okay.
I got all the height on that. All extra 3 inches of it. We're a hobbit people. In fact, even my brothers are short, and they're both adopted.
Right. Nice.
That's how strong.
Strong the short genes are. Actually affect other people who aren't from the same
If you
gene
hang
pool.
out in my house for too long, you're just going to shrink a little bit.
Okay. Nice. That is funny.
Just heads up. Wow,
nice.
can we cancel Dave?
Huh?
Why are we going to cancel Dave? Because he...
Huh?
Didn't know who Kim Kardashian was.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh, that's okay.
Who suggested that?
Who do you think?
There's a long list of people who would like to cancel me, I think. It's tough to tell. Tough to tell. Hang on. Mel Bose? No? Okay.
Nope. Don't feel bad. My wife is 4'11". That's on an inch above being considered a little person.
There we go. Excellent.
I have friends that are shorter than me, and
Yep.
it works. It works. I learned how to climb at a young age.
So quite often you look like 7'4" for the center because you're climbing on top of something.
Always climbing. No,
Wow,
actually,
Gretchen was tall. No, she was on top of a bookcase.
I like to feel tall. Whenever I was little, I used to actually climb trees, and then I couldn't climb down, so I would tree myself, and my dad would have to come get me.
Ah, all right, okay. Yep.
Because I could get up, but I couldn't get down.
You have to meet my daughter, Lucy. It sounds like she was, that she's going to be a lot like you were as a kid.
And see, I turned out great.
Yeah, yep. You give me confidence. It was actually probably about a month or two ago. There was a gathering sort of out in the park behind our house, and I looked around and I couldn't see Lucy at all.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Was
"Oh,
she in a
where's
tree?
she gone?
Was
Okay,
she-
Emily, you go this way. I'm going to go this way, and we'll meet up around the other side of the block and that, and trying to find Lucy. And then we couldn't find her then, and started asking people, "Oh, did Lucy go into your house? Did Lucy go into your house?" No. Couldn't find her, but she was at the top of a tree.
That's something I
Like-
do. You know what else I used
She was
to
probably
do?
like 30 feet up.
Like, yeah, I definitely used to do stuff like that. I also used to, I would dig underneath the fence
Okay.
and escape
Right. Yep.
to go play with the neighbor boy and
Right.
collect fossils and other unsavory things that my mother probably didn't want in my pockets,
Right.
like frogs. And then I would climb back underneath the fence. I dug a little hole like a puppy.
Excellent.
And before she could notice, I was gone.
That's great.
Yep.
Yep.
Totally not strange at all.
Not at all. Not at all. That's what kids do.
That's what the weird dinosaur kids did. I don't know
Yeah.
about anyone else.
Excellent. No, I think, yeah, Lucy would totally do that. If we had a fence she could dig under. But, cool. There we go.
Something in the paint water today.
There is actually, yeah. We've just been a bit goofy. It's Baltimore tap water. That's why I try not to drink water, or at least I just only have it in coffee. So at least it gets boiled before I drink it. But,
We're just having a good, fun old time, guys.
that's true. There we go.
The snap move really emphasized them. You guys. Painting Little May says the snap move really emphasized the not strange part, which is accurate and not accurate all at once. But that's okay. Does Dave's Mini have a pumpkin on its head? No, she has a
This is a cool sort of
fro
orange fro.
of
So
sorts.
there we go.
Yeah.
Pull it down.
I'm trying to, but I don't want to get
Oh
paint
shoot!
all over
You
it.
know what I was forgetting to paint? I didn't realize her midriff was showing. Oh no.
There we go. There we go. You have it? There we go. So yeah,
Oh my god, this
There
one's
we
so
go,
much sloppier than my
and-
other ones.
cool. There we go. So it probably does look like a little pumpkin from the cam. Yeah.
All the same thing.
Well, it's Halloween.
Oh, Natasha's joined. Hey, Natasha.
Hey, Natasha.
Yeah, how's your foot? Hopefully good.
Is it all gross? Yeah. Okay.
Oh gosh, this.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
That doesn't sound good. Don't just leave it at that.
Oh gosh. I'm trying so hard to get the other bits to match up with her. I forgot that
All
her
right.
midriff was exposed because I too would wear a crop top and miniskirt in the zombie apocalypse. Fashion statements of choice.
Yep.
And I forgot that was that. So I've been trying to fix my mistake. But I had originally had a issue with painting the skin tone that I had tried to fix, and now I have to make her midriff match.
Right. You can do it. You can do it. I have faith.
So
There we go.
at least it's acrylics, so it dries really quick,
Yep.
which is both helpful and terrifying.
Yeah, I think painting with oils, you really don't want to have a live stream for that.
Yeah.
More like a time lapse.
Like I said, I'm usually more of a watercolor kind of gal,
Yeah.
or digital.
There you go. Digital. Takes no time to dry.
Yeah, well.
Well, I guess you can set it.
I feel like with
For drying
digital,
times.
like you get spoiled because you can just undo anything. So like, I become 10 times more the perfectionist.
Right. Okay.
Whereas with traditional paints, I'm always a little bit more like, ooh, I like it when it's textured. That's awesome. That's more of just what to expect, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That's cool. Nice. So I'm just getting really focused here on the painting the flesh, the zombie flesh.
Should have gone with the zombie first. Then I wouldn't feel bad about her actual flesh being horrible.
It'll be okay.
Switch them out. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Just blood splatters. It could be like
It's survival issues.
it's the right in between sort of moment as she's turning.
What colors are you using?
This is mummy robes, and this is barbarian flesh, and I'm mixing them together to create a generic skin tone. And then I went over, I took a bit of a red, Abomination Gore, and mixed it with the Quick Shade to try to add a rosy hue. But my timing was silly, because I've been silly, and I kind of messed up some of the textures. But then I got it back on the legs a little bit. Now
Cool.
if I could just get her belly
To cooperate?
yeah. And then I'll let that dry so I can actually go and add colors to everything else. So it's not just skin by the time I'm done.
Cool.
Dave, what color are you using?
Me? So for the skin here, I'm using, started with charred brown, one of my favorites from Vallejo. Charred brown. Now I'm mixing in some Nurgling green from Citadel into that charred brown to get the sort of the zombie tint to the flesh. So I'll hold her up there. I think it's looking a little bit grey. Yeah. Yep. Looking right there. Probably looking a little bit grey on camera, but it's a little bit greener in real life. But then I'll go with almost completely sort of straight Nurgling green for some final highlights. For the pumpkin afro, I started with charred brown on the hair, and then I painted over it with one of my other favorite colors is red leather, which is this one here.
That's good color.
So it's a really neat color for like a base for orange. So then I mixed a bit of that in with some fiery orange here, or orange fire, and then a little bit of, for the highlights, a little bit of ivory mixed in. Get that sort of color that I've got in the palette there. I think I'm ready to highlight the purple parts. There we go. For the survivor, for her flesh, I started with charred brown and mixed in a little bit of dwarf skin.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah. I made the highlights on the eyebrows a little too extreme. So getting some serious, strange eyebrow action.
Well, if your brows aren't on fleek, as the kiddos say these days, how can you even think about fighting zombies?
I know. Adriana's eyebrows would be totally on fleek. Is that how you use it? Or
I
they'd
think
be
so.
totally fleek?
I think so. They'd be totally fleek.
I'm an old man. Old man.
Tune into this episode of Happy Little Minis to hear Dave say on fleek.
On fleek. Yeah. Don't ask me to say anything else. Please.
Can you say yeet?
No.
Oh.
No, I can't.
Go home and dab for your children.
Oh, we've done that.
Can you show us? Because I can't
No.
visualize that in my head.
I can only do it for my children. Okay. Now I'm going to get some of this purple going. And purple that I'm using here is Hexed Lichen from the Vallejo Game Color range. So there we go. Oh, just realized I'd forgotten to mention that actually a bunch of the paints that Gretchen is using over there are from the Zombie Core paint set. Let me try and get the best reflection on that. There we go. Sorry.
Just keep going back and forth. Eventually, they can piece it together like a little.
Right.
It's like a puzzle.
Yep. Leona doesn't want to do all that that cutting. So yes, we're giving today we're giving away a copy of the Zombie Core paint set from the Army Painter as part of the Zombicide sort of branded products. So this whole range has, or this box has zombie skin, wasted jeans, glistening blood, moldy clothes, dead black, crusted sore, brain matter beige, dirt splatter, filthy suit, and zombie shader. So,
All right.
So what you need to do, share this broadcast, pop into the chat, and use the hashtag Thriller.
So you won't dab, but you'll thrill.
Sure.
All right. A 1,000-Year Beard says, I was bit by a black widow in 2001 in California, so not fun.
No, not at all.
And they used to have really awesome costume parties and sometimes a Houdini seance.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool.
Like, is that one where you specifically summon the spirit of Houdini?
I'm going to say yes, because I don't want it to be anything else. And they would enjoy a big pointy stick as their weapon of choice.
Oh, right, okay. Kind of Morgan style
A beaten
from The
stick.
Walking Dead. Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Again, things you don't have to reload.
Yep.
See, I've never actually had like a big fear of zombies or anything like that growing up.
Okay.
It was always spiders.
Okay. Yeah.
But like thinking about like growing up, I was always like, you know what? If zombies were to happen, there's either they're science zombies, in which case like we can solve this,
Right.
or they're magical zombies, in which case I don't care because magic is real. I'm like, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a whole new world of things going on now.
That's funny.
So
That's great. Yep. I never really worried about zombies either, because I think when I was growing up, like zombies were always slow.
true.
And
You didn't have these new age speedy
the
zombies.
speedy zombies. But no, I remember reading Salem's Lot as a kid, this Stephen King novel, which is about vampires.
Ooh.
And I remember when I finished reading the novel, it was about like 11 o'clock in the morning. It was like a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. Going outside and telling my mom, okay, here's what you can't do. Don't just let anybody into the house. You've got to find out if they're a vampire first. And she was like, oh, okay, sure.
My favorite vampire anything, like moment, I guess, was in the original Buffy movie.
Right, yep.
One of the friends gets turned into a zombie and he goes back to his buddy's house on like the second floor and he's like floating outside the window and he like knocks on the window.
Oh, yep.
And he's like, dude, let me in. And the guy's first response is to go, no, you're floating.
Yep.
And that stuck with me because I feel like that's also what I would say. Not, oh my God, you're floating. Not like, no,
Yep.
just the instant gut reaction of, nope, that's
Nope.
that's some weirdness.
That's wrong.
You keep that weird out there.
Yep.
Not my business, not today.
Yep. There was David Arquette, I think, played that floating vampire.
It was
a
a
great
good
film.
movie. Yeah, good film.
There we go.
Always been a fan of Buffy.
Yep.
I like how the comics go past all the episodes.
Okay. I have never read the comics.
Never ever?
No.
Jeez.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it?
It is.
I'm just the worst.
You are.
I think I've seen every episode, though.
Okay, well that's
the
a little
show.
better.
Yeah.
A little better. I'm a Buffy fan. I do
There we go.
appreciate the a nice mix of gallows humor and actual scary.
Yeah. I think I'm almost ready for the painting the weapons.
Oh.
How about that?
I am
Me.
a twitchy person who has managed to get leather on her skin that I work so hard to fix.
That's always it. Oh, yeah, that's never good. Never good.
So we're just gonna keep trucking, just
Right.
keep going.
Yep.
It'll be fine.
The fixing, going back, touching the wrong parts. But yeah, I think that's usually what I do. Sort of do my correction right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and sort of touching everything up just that one last time.
Yeah, I just
It
have to be
reduces the-
patient and let it dry.
Yeah.
I think that was most of my problem with going back with their skin.
And that's been the advantage of working back and forth on 2 minis,
Mm-hmm.
is that when there's a little bit left to dry, you can work on another one. Which, like, batch painting is really quite good if you can sit down if you're sitting down for like a long painting session. You can paint in batches of like 5 or 6 models at a time.
Shout out for Lost Boys as it was filmed here where I live. Where is that?
Is that John?
Yeah.
Yep, Santa Cruz. Santa
I
Cruz.
saw Lost Boys.
Yep.
That was very good.
Yeah, that was great. The Frog Brothers. Corey Feldman,
Yes.
and I can't remember the name of the other actor, the other Frog Brother. But they were great. Really cool.
I'm much better at faces than I am at names.
Well, it was one of the Corey's movies, with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. But yeah, good choice there, John. What other vampire movies do we like?
Not Twilight.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No. Why is that a favorite? Did I break your heart
No.
a little bit? I think I might have.
Not really.
That's, yeah.
I kind of expected
I
it.
see it in your soul.
It's amazing that you could see a soul in me.
Any tips for beginners with painting?
Oh, plenty of tips. Yeah, I guess because there are so many different ways to start. Sort of how far into it are you? Or are you looking for any tip in particular? Anything you're having trouble with?
It's Brannon Short.
Cool. I think my number one tip would be take your time, be patient, and before you try for any sort of funky techniques or learning things like dry brushing or washes and stuff like that, neatness first.
I'm feeling really called out right now, Dave.
No, that was not a deliberate attempt to call you out. But it is the thing.
Oh,
Like,
man. Oh, I'm touching everything.
no,
It's good.
it's all good. Nothing to see here. Please move along. But yeah, that's the biggest one is just work on neatness first. It's going to sound strange, but sometimes painting miniatures might seem a little bit like sort of color by numbers. And just think about it as it's like coloring inside the lines. But a neatly painted miniature without highlighting or shading will generally look better than a sort of a messily painted miniature that has shading and highlighting. So it might have depth, but if the depth is kind of all over the place, it ruins that. The illusion that you're trying to create, that the person you're painting is a real live
John
person.
says, prime your models and don't lick your brushes.
Yeah, there's a good one.
I feel like these probably could have used a good priming.
Yeah.
It would probably help some of my... No, we pulled them straight from the box.
Oh, no, they were primed.
Oh, they're primed? They were?
Yep.
Do you spray
Yep.
them and then put them back in? Or did they
Yeah,
just come...
Rick did that on Tuesday. Yep. I don't know. I'm not sure why. I don't ask why he does things anymore. But, yeah. But another tip for a beginner painter would be to join our painting group on Facebook, Painting Happy Little Minis. Just type that into your search bar on Facebook there and request to join the group. And one of us will let you in. And we've got plenty of great painters in there. They're all ready to sort of share their knowledge and sort of give you some enthusiastic responses and guide you along the way. So I think that's a good one.
I'm always enthusiastic in the paint group.
You are.
It's very cool.
Indeed.
I'm gonna have actual fun things to post eventually that aren't just things I've haphazardly painted here. I'm gonna sculpt something. I don't know if it's gonna be good.
I'm excited by that. You're sculpting a D&D character?
I am. So I used to do like some stuff with clay and whatnot, and I wasn't awful. And I haven't in a really long time. And obviously that means that I need to sculpt a difficult
Yep.
tiny little mini to get back into it. That's exactly what that means. So I'm going to start off with my D&D character, who is a Kenku Bard, because I don't believe in taking things slow or simple, Dave.
I think we've sort of come to realize that. So, but that's cool. I think it's going to be fun to see your results. And
Well, if it turns out good, I'm definitely going to post a lot of pictures. And if it's awful, we're going to pretend that I never said anything about it. Right? Right. Never.
Until the next time.
Until the next time when everyone goes, hey, Gretchen,
Hey,
about
Gretchen.
that mini that you said you're going to sculpt.
How's
How's that going?
How's it going?
Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep.
Lies and
I wouldn't
slander.
possibly call you out like that. Not at all. But no, I think that is cool and exciting. I think so. I've sculpted a grand total of 1 miniature.
Ooh.
I did that about 4 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago, and realized that painting miniatures that other people have sculpted is a lot easier.
I'm going to
the way to
be
go.
very entertained if I end up finding it easier to sculpt than to paint.
Right. Actually, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. I know quite a few people who are in that same boat. Who are in that boat. But,
Let's see, we have more advice.
oh, cool.
So Mini Painting Studio is going to be releasing tabletop color palettes that correspond with painting tutorials really soon.
Excellent.
So there's an early test run being done this month with Patreon people, so that's awesome.
Excellent.
And then John Dickerman says that their best advice is to sit down and paint with others that are better than you and ask questions and watch their process and to set realistic goals. So nothing I do.
I was going to say, all of those are definitely great things, John.
They're really good
Definitely,
ideas.
Perfect ideas. Yeah, particularly the sitting down sort of as a group and talking about the process as you're going through it is really a great idea. You can learn so much from that. Probably, when was it? Probably about 11 or 12 years ago. I used to head to my friend Jeff's place. Jeff's been on here a couple of times, Jeff Hall. He used to host a painting night, and on sort of big nights when we'd get like 10 or 12 people all sitting around a huge table in his basement. Just working on different projects and talking about what we're doing, and you could ask people about their process or their thoughts, or like why they were trying a particular technique. It's definitely cool. Learn so much.
Buddy who's gonna, he told me I could go out, try out their airbrushing stuff.
Oh, excellent.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to do some proper airbrushing. Oh, 5 minutes.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
No.
It means we have to hurry up. Huh? You're almost there.
Oh, almost got like at least like some actual like color down, like, so, you know.
Okay. Well, enough. I've only got 5 minutes. I won't put a wash on here at all. I'll just have to highlight the sword and the axe quickly, and hope it. I should have just enough time for it to dry so I can put some blood on it. There we go. A little bit of sharp silver highlights in there.
I
Oh,
totally
there you
forgot
go.
about her hand. Ooh.
That katana look pretty dangerous.
Mini Painting Studio says, any progress made painting a miniature is a victory. Comparing yourself to others will only make you think you're not good enough. Any paint is better than none. I like that. That's a
Yep.
good way to think about anything. I've also realized people are much harder on themselves
Yep.
than anything. Like people are so hard on themselves. I'm usually so impressed by everything I see in the miniatures group. Like I even made a post. I want to put it all in my fridge.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a fridge just for the minis that I see everyone.
So you can print them out.
Yes, I'm gonna print them out, put them all in a fridge. I'll take a picture. I'll show you guys.
Awesome.
Post all your minis in hashtag Gretchen's fridge, and that's how I'll know, and I'll put them up.
Excellent. That sounds good.
I will be proud of them.
So yeah, come along, join the Facebook group, Painting Happy Little Minis, and use that hashtag Gretchen's Fridge when you post pictures of your
You
of your stuff.
chuckle, but I will do it.
I'd like to think it was more of a laugh, but less of a no, just kidding. No, I think it'd be fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing photos of your fridge.
Yeah, as long as everyone send me all the things that you're too afraid to be proud of, and I will be proud of it for you.
We're almost at time, so I'm just going to finish off these last little blood splatters on the zombie version.
I'm gonna quickly paint her hand that I forgot about.
No! How could you figure out her hand? They are tiny miniatures.
They're so tiny. I wasn't prepared. It reminds me of, I have a friend who builds Gunpla,
Okay.
and they're also very tiny, and they build a lot of them, and I have multiple friends actually that built Gunpla, and they
Yep.
spoke about, hey, you know, one day it'd be cool if you built one, and I had like a nightmare that I was trying to, and the more I went with these tiny little pieces trying to build them, the more it would fall apart. Just tears.
Ooh.
It's like, I failed you.
Nope. Yeah, you got time. We get somebody in there. There we go. I just wanted to put them on spinner, so we had to make Leona run in from the switching room. Thank you, Leona. And no. So there we go. So this is Adriana, the shop girl, from. Ooh, and some adjustment there. Adriana, shop girl. So I think the ones that we've been painting are this week from basically promotional sets that you can pick up at conventions that CMON is at. Otherwise, you can pick up Zombicide or all the many variations of Zombicide. There's Zombicide, Black Plague, which is set like in a medieval fantasy kind of
Ooh.
world. The Green Tide, which is an expansion to Black Plague, I think. And they've just finished a Kickstarter for Zombicide in space. I can't remember the name of it. But
In
it's
space.
In space. A cool thing. But yeah, so you can pick all those things up at your local game store. So head on down to your local game store, join the community there, become part of the painting community, sit down at their painting table, help people learn to paint yourself, do all sorts of things.
Learn patience.
Pardon?
I said learn
Learn
patience. Don't be like Gretchen.
Yeah, if you can learn patience, that'd be fantastic. That'd be good.
I'm
I think
getting there.
you're getting there.
I'm getting there. I'm
You're
getting
getting
there.
there. There we go.
I'll add her on.
Excellent. Let's.
I touched her up a
around
little bit. Touched her up.
There we go.
She's not awful. She's
No.
not awful.
There we go. But yeah, so again, thanks for joining me, Gretchen.
Yeah.
Had a definitely good chat today.
I think it was a
Lot
fun
of
chat.
We didn't talk too much about painting. But,
Thomas says one more dance move from Dave.
there you go,
on that
Thomas.
note-
I'll see you at game night tonight. Yep.
You okay?
You going to say that?
I
So,
was gonna say- oh,
anyway,
well.
so I think that's it for us. We've gone crazy. I'm Dave,
And I'm Gretchen.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Guys, we're super excited to share that our new book, The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, is now available.
We love tabletop gaming as much as you do, and we're so thrilled to share the finished book with the community. This book covers the history of the tabletop industry, from classic board games like Monopoly to collectible card games like Magic, and of course, RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons.
The book also highlights some of the top talent in the industry, featuring interviews with Peter Atkinson, Matthew Mercer, Larry Elmore, and many more. Plus, we chatted with collectors from all walks of life who shared their own knowledge and insight about tabletop collecting.
We also discuss everything from the impact of crowdfunding on the current state of the industry, as well as take a look at all sorts of ways to preserve your collection for years to come. This book provides a perfect snapshot of the tabletop industry at large and shows what makes this hobby so great.
You can head into your local game store or comic shop right now and pick up your copy of the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games. If they don't have it in stock, you can order your copy through previews, through Game Trade Magazine, or through gemstonepub.com.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.